Tim in Raleigh, North Carolina. Tim, good morning, Tim.
What's up, guys? Hey, back to what your caller just said. I don't think we needed Draymond. If you guys look at the game, Kaminga was bodying Gordon, going back and forth between Porter and Gordon.
Yep.
And Porter wasn't doing anything, and he was playing great defense on Gordon as well. So if y'all get a chance, I would love to see, how many points Gordon scored after that 6-minute mark when Kaminga came out. But I feel, fellas, at this point, we can go ahead and put to bed any more complaints or criticism about this young man when he said something about getting screwed over. I'm so proud of him. I'm a father of a 24-year-old son, and I'm glad that this man, speaks up for himself. This is a travesty what's happening. And, Moody can be the quiet soldier and watch Steve Kerr as he ruins his career the same way he's doing with J.K. The sad part about it, 16, 4 and 4, 6 to 7 from the free throw line. The only one that can get a bucket out there. And he's doing this for coach guys that ain't even trying to utilize his talents, not even empowering him to be his best version of himself, playing mind games with him over and over again, and he's still doing this. Imagine the coach that is empowering him and pumping him up and doing the Popovich the way he's doing with Wemby, the way Popovich was with Kawhi. Like, imagine what J.K. would be. So let's put to bed all of this. Yeah. Has he arrived? Has he this? Has he there? This kid can ball. He's only being hindered by a guy who's talking about agendas, but seems has the biggest agenda of all of them with what he's doing with these young players. So this is karma coming back to bite Steve Kerr in the ass for the way they did Poole. And, I just think that something ain't right, man. And so, honestly, Joe Lacob, I don't know. If they trade Kaminga, it would be one of the most asinine things ever. I for myself, I want him out of here because I want to see this guy be what he could be as a ball player because this coach has some kind of agenda when it relates to him. He doesn't utilize his strength. I don't know what it is. But, guys, when 5 minutes, you guys I don't know why we dancing around it. The reason we could, the guy put Jamal Murray in the bucket and put him out of the game.
Tim,
run started at that moment.
Tim.
Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Guys, what's up, Teddy? What's up?
No, you're on fire. I wouldn't let you just talk for the next 10 minutes. I could if I would.
Yeah, but we could play Kaminga or we could build up the psyches that are so fragile of CP3 and Wiggins.
No, forget CP3 because he's been coming off the bench. I ain't worried about him. He's accepted his role. He's been accepted his role, and that was stupid. Like, just...
He's got to close, though.
You and I are the biggest Kaminga fans at the station.
Yes.
And it's not even close. I heard a guy who left the station rip Kaminga left and right after postgame shows, and it was unwarranted, and it was nasty, and it was slanderous. Well, Kaminga in his last 14 games is averaging over 15 points a game. He's playing solid defense. He's making the right passes. He's playing patiently. What more can the kid do? He didn't play the final 18 minutes yesterday. So when Tim's saying that, he's preaching to the choir because you and I have led Kaminga from day one.
It's just
day one. The fadeaway in the mid-range, going to the cup, driving to the right, or flying above the rim highlight. Brought to you by Oakland International Airport at the postgame show. Kaminga's been in that highlight. I want to say in the last 15 games, he's had to highlight the last 12. He's always doing something special. So I don't have the answers. And if it's about building up Andrew Wiggins' psyche, then it's a problem.
Well, no, but here's my biggest issue is like whether it's media, fans, whatever. Every single possession for JK is under the microscope. And I'm watching this guy make it $26 million a year, all right, who was a crucial part of them winning a championship, turn back into a pumpkin. He had a glass slipper. He was the darling Andrew Wiggins of these parts. His compete level is so meh right now. I'm watching him not fight through screens. He's not going underneath or fighting to get over the top. Yep. I'm watching a guy get plastered over and over and give up on the screen defensively. His compete level for offensive rebounds is non-existent. I'm watching a guy who takes a hard dribble and gets into a double team and just falls over. Tries to take bailout three-pointers at the top of the key when that's not his game necessarily, and clearly he's not shooting well right now. And we're over here like, he's playing good. Like, we're applauding effort. You're an 11-year vet. I'm expecting you to bring it on both ends for every minute you're out there. You're the only guy who's in his prime from this team right now. And we're applauding effort, and we're applauding his psyche, and we're trying to build him back up. What are we doing? He's a lost cause. He's a lost cause. He had a nice year in 2021. I'm forever grateful. It was a great run. It's over. Stop trying to salvage Andrew Wiggins' psyche because he looks like a guy who's given up on himself in this team.
It's well said.
I'm done trying to play Kumbaya. Let's all sit down and let's get down and let's feel really good about Andrew Wiggins' minutes. How about you give the minutes to the guy who is dying every time he gets on that court to stay on there an extra minute in Jonathan Kaminga?
And you know what
more does he have to do?
I don't know. I'm
so fed up with it.
I'm fed up too.
We're appeasing egos.
I do not, and I don't want them to make the mistake of trading Jonathan Kaminga. I just do not want them to do that. This guy gets to the bucket. He works his ass off. The fact that he wants to be great. You hear the way he speaks. You hear him talk. He wants to be great. He's got irrational confidence. We applaud Brendan Pajinski's irrational confidence, but we don't do it with Kaminga, which is just crazy to me.
And Pods?
We do it with Pods all the time.
Yes.
He's so irrational confident. Oh, it's awesome, but we don't do it with Kaminga. Kaminga's been saying the same stuff. He's been playing. He thinks he's great. It's fine. At times it's delusional. But you know what? At times it's warranted. He's played his ass off this season. And the fact, I keep going back to the Portland game. I'm going to see what the Portland game was because he was out of the rotation. Think about this. They were playing the Blazers at home.
Your 7th overall pick.
7th overall pick.
Third year in.
Out of nowhere.
But if his name was Ty Jerome and he played in the G League and he spent 4 years in college, even though he's mediocre at best, he would have been finishing games.
So December 6th,
I just don't
they host the Portland Trailblazers.
I don't get it.
December the 6th, they host Portland. In the first 31 minutes of the game, Kaminga's at the end of the bench not playing. Not playing. He was out of the rotation, folks. And then Steve Kerr's like, boy, we're desperate. We're down 10 in the third quarter. We need a spark. Kaminga comes in that game. This is December 6th, less than a month ago. 17 minutes, 6 assists, 6 of 6, 13 points, and gives them clearly a spark. 2 steals, some great defense on Simons, some great defense on Shaedon Sharp. And he hasn't looked back.
No.
But for some reason, he doesn't play the last 18 minutes. And here's Kerr's explanation about that.
Yeah, he was playing great, and his normal time to go back in would have been around the 5-6 minute mark. And Wiggs was playing great, and we were rolling. We're up 18, 19, whatever it was, and so we just stayed with him. And then at that point, it didn't feel like it was the right thing to do. He'd been sitting for a while, so I stayed with the group that was out there. Obviously, we couldn't close it out.
What kind of answer is that?
I know.
So he's been sitting there a while, so I just figured keep him cold.
The answer has been worse. The answer was worse. And you know what?
Where is the feel for the moment in the game?
I like
where's the utilizing your entire tool belt? You tell me you have 11 players that you trust, and yet you keep them on ice so long that now you don't trust them?
I don't get it.
It's a word salad. And here's the thing. I want to forget what guys do or what they have done. Forget their skill sets. Who has competed harder over the last month? Kaminga or Wiggins? Just answer that question.
It's been Jonathan Kaminga.
Thank you.
It's been Jonathan Kaminga. Not even close.
Thank you, Bonte.
Not even close.
So what are we doing?
So I don't know what we're doing.
Are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing. That's the problem. I don't know what we're doing. That is the problem. He didn't even on the last possession. There's 3.6 seconds left. Did I really need Looney guarding Jokic at half court? Did I really need that? Did I really need Sarge defending Jokic in a post in the last minute of the game, 1-on-1, no double comes, and Jokic just goes in for a nice little finger roll, easy, barbecue chicken, mouse in the house. Did I really need CP3? And I like CP3, but did I really need him in a game in the last 2 minutes after he was sitting for a long time? If anybody to worry about after sitting for a long time is CP3 and his hamstrings, not a young Jonathan Kaminga who just turned 21 years old. So you know what? I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Well, this is
I don't know why Kaminga doesn't play in the last 18 minutes of the basketball game when he is, again, 5 of 7 from the floor, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 16 points, scoring in double figures for the 14th straight game. 14th straight game.
You hit on something, and I want to just pause for a second. Whether it's the OKC loss with Chet Holmgren or whether it is this game the other night, when there's less than 5 seconds to go and it's a tie ball game, you're not going to get an offensive rebound and then shoot right away. You're probably, if you do get a defensive rebound, if you're on defense, you're probably going to get a defensive rebound. And if you have a timeout left, you'll call timeout and you can make a substitution. Why he continues to put CP3 defensively on the floor is beyond me.
Yeah, I don't. And if you want defense, why not play defense? Why not play Kaminga for defense at 3.6 seconds left?
That's my point.
But like Looney's out there.
That's
Wiggins
my point.
is out there. And like Wiggins wasn't playing great. Kaminga was cooking. From where I was watching the game, I was watching the game again in the tunnel yesterday, and I'm looking at his pacing, and I'm like, boy, this kid is growing up by the game. He's getting better and better and better, and he wants to be better.
And now you haven't talked about it. The spacing of him attacking the floor actually opened up the floor for Curry and a three-point shot.
What I'm just saying, triple drive penetration. You get Kaminga out there. You got floor spaces. You got a guy who's going to go in and dunk on your head. Dunk on your head.
Twice at the start of the third quarter, he posted up, got the ball in the block, kicked it out to Clay, who hit a shot, kicked it out to Curry, who hit a shot, and then got the and one.
This is what makes me a little angry about some of the narratives about Jonathan Kaminga.
Well, the narratives are uneducated.
No, it's stupid. It's stupidity. I think a lot of people don't know basketball, don't know what they're watching. Because I've been hearing the slander about Kaminga over the last year and a half, and I'm thinking to myself, boy, he's got a nice little 10-foot midi. Boy, the guy can go in strong and get to the free throw line, something this team can't do. Remember last year, the Warriors were one of the worst teams to get into the free throw line. Well, Kaminga does that. Kaminga does that. So this narrative that Kaminga's not a smart player, doesn't have the IQ, the guy gets better and better by the game. I could sit you down from last season, and you go look at the Pelican game where Draymond got all the credit because he gave the Warriors some energy and some fire. Well, Kaminga was special in that game. Go watch the game back in that one. Go watch the 20-game stretch that he had when Wiggins was out for 2 months. Kaminga was getting better and better. Next thing you know, he had a couple bad possessions against Sacramento in game one. Oh, he can't play. He's unplayable. What? So there's a lot of idiots out here who don't know what the hell they're talking about when it comes to basketball or Jonathan Kaminga. And now look at him. And now we're begging for Kaminga.
I know.
Now we're begging for Kaminga.
And peel away all of the lineups, all of the frustration. It's 127. And there's a 2-second differential on the shot clock and the game clock. So you got about 25 seconds. Let's just say, I've done it. You, at minimum, need to go to overtime in that game.
Well, I actually don't think they would have won in overtime.
No, I know, but Bonte, you lost in regulation.
Right.
No, think about that. From an X's and O's, if you told the history of all the greatest coaches of all time, hey, it's 127, there's 25 seconds on the game clock, and there's a 2-second differential on the shot clock. What is every single great coach saying? Well, we're taking that last shot. And the only way they're getting a rebound is getting a rebound with less than 1 second to go in that game and calling timeout. They're not getting 3.5.
No.
Jamal Murray actually took multiple dribbles.
Oh, I know. Let's go to Twan in the town. Twan in the town, what's happening?
Execution ineptitude.
Hey, man, I almost have nothing to say. You guys are killing it right now.
I don't, man.
I'm just saying.
What's the biggest frustration for you?
The biggest frustration for me, it has to be not seeing JK on the floor. And on top of that, the boneheaded plays by our best vet. Just period, man. Like, come on, Steph. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't throw that pass. You can't throw that pass. But that game,
can't do that.
You can't throw that pass. It's a terrible turnover. I can't give him a pass for that. That's a terrible freaking turnover. Give Denver credit, though, with their half-court defense. They blitzed the hell out of Steph. They doubled him whenever he came around the corner, and they forced the ball out of his hands. And you had a lot of guys at crunch time who didn't know what to do. Steve, but again, the rotations and how you play, even Clay was rolling. You yanked Clay out. How about let him miss a couple shots and then you wink?
Yes.
I guess you got this minute allocation. But we always talk about radio, right? We get breaking news. We got to evolve and just, hey, game plan. Throw it away.
Win the moment.
What is Brock Purdy at the line of scrimmage? Oh, man, there's stuff in the audible. Yes. Toledo.
Yes.
Why do we have this minute allocation where we got to stick to the script every single time?
Well, when you were a 70-win team, you could do that.
Right. Not now.
Not when you're a 2-game below 500 team.
We are a 38-win team.
Exactly.
Let's go to
again, the guy. It feels like to me we are so worried about people's emotions and what they used to be,
you know what,
and where they fall in line, and how we're gonna feel, and we need to make them feel better. Win some games, dog.
Hey, you know what though? Spit on it. If you could do it, I'm gonna throw an audible at you.
What's that?
I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. There's a Kerr cut from maybe 2, 3, maybe a month ago, where Kerr was saying, you know what? I can't worry about people's feelings. We got to play the best guys.
Well, your actions.
We got to play the best guys.
Because
Kerr said that.
He's not.
Again,
he's not executing.
I'm
what he's
trying
preaching.
to go by their words.
I know.
I'm trying to go by their words.
But what are his actions telling you?
Yeah, I did. They're telling me something different.
I really want Wiggins to feel good.
The hell with that. Raider debater, Oakland. Raider debater, what's happening?
What's going on, fellas? Bonte Belafonte, and congratulations to Joe, man. Daddy-O Joe, man. Way to keep evolving as a human, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be the greatest thing, for the best. Bonte could definitely contest to that, man.
It's been the greatest couple of weeks of my life, so I agree with you there, man.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. But to get back on another sour note, man, it was a gutless, disgusting performance last night. But you can't tell me, even though that the Warriors are 16-18, you cannot tell me that this team is still not a contending team and still not a contending team with the players that they have right now. You know what I mean? It's just the adjustments or readjustments or having the best five out there, man. When Bonte said plus minus, I felt like he called the black sentinel for me. I'm Mr. Plus minus.
Oh, man.
I love plus minus. I test plus minus, crunching numbers. That's how I get my hypothesis, man. And it's clear. We're winning right now on an average of all the games. We're winning. We're in the plus in the first, second, and third quarter, and we're a minus 26 in the fourth quarter. So what does that tell you? That tells you that our players are kings, the ones that brings us through the crunch. Clay and Steph, they're not getting it done. Those legs are getting tired. You know what I mean? They're not able to do what they used to be able to do. We can't trust them. I can tell you who you need to pass it to, Steph. Pass it to CP3, man. You know what I mean? Give it the ball to CP3. The guy has a 6-to-1 assist turnover ratio. Man, why is he not in the game all the time? Why is he not starting in the middle and finishing? Man, it's clear. It's clear when you look at the plus minus, too. Do you know who has the highest plus minus on the team?
No.
Brandon Pajemski with 105.
Wow.
105. Why is that guy not? He's the X factor. I can't believe I'm saying this. This guy's the X factor for us winning the chip right now. He needs to be.
Just brought up title, Raider debater. I love you. Come on.
Brandon Pajemski is the X factor for winning the title. He had me until the championship. Because he did. He had me. Until he got to the end.
He can't do that.
He had me. He's a plus 120 something.
All
That's
right.
pretty